Hello, fourth grade, welcome along. It's time again for art. I've got a real challenge for you this week. I know that you're good at challenges, so many good artists in fourth grade. Have a look at this picture that I'm going to be showing you how to draw this week. Pretty cute puppy, right? But quite a tricky drawing with some new techniques that we haven't tried yet. First, as always, I'll be showing you how to sketch out the shape of the drawing using a light pencil. That's actually not as hard as it might look. Some quite tricky areas to get right, around the eyes especially, and all these folds of skin can be quite difficult. But once the basic shape of the puppy is done, and the next stage with the marker, as you can see, there's a lot more than just the outline with the marker. And there's all these kind of lines with the marker to add in the differences in tone, the light and dark areas of the picture, and everything in between, the greys. All of that is tone. So the marker creates some of that tonal difference by using lines, lots of kind of careful directional lines. So that's really the key to getting this picture right, and that's the challenge, especially around areas like this where there's just a little bit of work with the marker that creates the shape of the face. Then the final stage is working with a pencil again to add in again some more of the tonal difference, to add in some pencil shading. So yes, a tricky challenge, but I know that you respond very well to challenges. You've done so many great pictures, fourth grade, and I'm really looking forward to how you guys manage with this picture. So just try your best. That's all I ever ask. Just try your best, give it a go, and see what you come up with. Okay, so let's get going. So of course, let's sketch out the guidelines that are going to help us draw this picture of this cute little puppy. First, the head. So we want the head to be filling a large area of the page, but we also want to leave enough space for those big sticking up ears. So let's make sure that we get the head in the right place, sort of about here, something like that. Just going to start with a sort of circular shape, and we can change that later. Remember to hold the pencil in this way for sketching shapes, sketching our guidelines. And let's put these shapes for the ears in next. That looks good. Now we need a bit of a bump here at the back for the back of the body. And here is the front paw for one side, something like that, and just a little bit of paw on this side, something like that. And now we want the dog's nose and snout, that part of the face that sort of sticks out, that includes the nose and the mouth. That's called a snout. Okay, so we're putting the pencil to one side, and we'll come back and use the pencil later to add some of the tone at the very end of the picture. But the next thing is to work with the black marker to outline, but also to add in some tone as well. Some of those tonal lines, shading with a marker that we're going to do this week. So the next stage will be continuing with the marker and adding in more smaller lines like these pencil lines I put here to add tone, texture and shape to the picture. And now we're at that final stage. We're going to erase the pencil that we had for our guidelines, and then we'll add a little bit of pencil just to finish, which will add some extra tonal differences, some variation in tone. So we've got variation in tone already with the marker, with the lines that we've drawn for the marker, but the pencil on top of that will really just finish off the picture very nicely. There are certain areas where I'm going to shade with just try and get the side of the pencil, not the point, but as much of the side as possible. So I have to kind of get the angle right for that, and you need to have quite a sharp pencil so lots of the point is sticking out. And see how I hold the pencil very differently now, sort of holding it like this so I can get that side. And if I can get this right, there we go. And that's going to just make a nice sort of shadowy area. I'm going to use that technique in some of the other places in the picture too. It's quite hard to get this at first. It's quite hard to get this right. See, I've kind of lost it again now. There we go. The nice thing about this technique, the fact that we're using pencil, is if I go over the lines a little bit, I can really tidy that up and sharpen up those areas like that. So that's pretty cool, right? So I want some areas to be really dark, and there I'm going to go over a second time and press a bit harder with the pencil. There are some areas that I want to be lighter, like that. And there we go, the finished puppy picture. A real challenge, and I hope that you guys enjoy trying to draw this picture yourselves. I really look forward to seeing what you do, so don't forget to share your work and have fun with this week's art challenge. I really hope that you do.